Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. This is David Bakau. I'm coming to you live from Papua New Guinea. This is our own passive webinar in Papua New Guinea. And I want to welcome all of you who are here. Wherever you are from, around the globe, we have our international friends, our family members from around the globe who are joining us from around 215 countries. And we have our Papua New Guinean families around the provinces. We have 4 regions in the country. We have the Highlands region, the Southern region, the Northern region, and the Islands region. So we just want to welcome all of you. We have a very interesting topic to discuss today, this afternoon. On Passive is a league on its own. And we have our fellow brothers, presenters, our OTEC Pro team, Oliver Fonte, Bob Takusi, Vincent Ete, and Collins Mana. We always want to appreciate them because our time zones are different and they sacrifice their time to be with us. We are in the afternoon and they are early morning. Some of them are in the midnight. So thank you very much, our OTEC Pro team, and welcome. Thank you for being with us all the time with our Papua New Guinea families. All right, I'll just want to translate into Pidgin. Thank you all Papua New Guinea. One up, you stop. Me welcome him Yupla. Name me David Bakau. Display on passive webinar inside on Papua New Guinea. This la company. Me start long 2018. I'm close to 4 years now. Me plau introduce him na share him one time Yumi long Papua New Guinea. Suppose you stop some founder. This la meeting below you can stop na harem one something me plau share him lo here na help him you long look sawe lo on passive and one kind company. So me like encourage you sit down isi on passive and one pla information technology company. Na me like by you me stop na you me harem tok o said you nupla come inside na you join me pla lo display abinun me pla welcome him you you sit down isi the sol na you can RM one something me pla share him lo display afternoon. So thank you. Na me put him go back and Lord Lin, I'm host blo me pla. So me like welcome me pla. Thank you, Lin. Over to you.
Thank you, David, for the warm welcome. I'd like to introduce our OTEC pros tonight. We have Collins and Vincent and Oliver here today. And the topic tonight is on passive in a league of its own. It's a broad topic, but a very dynamic one. So we're going to begin with Collins Mana.
Thank you, Lynn. Greetings to everyone, the international webinars and international founders and the Papua New Guinea founders. We are grateful and blessed to be here today again to talk and to speak about a very broad topic on passive, a league on its own. So this is a massive topic. You know, a massive topic that really covers everything. So just want to thank our brother David, you know, for giving us this opportunity day in, day out to come here and speak and, you know, to explain many things that is going on within on passive. So why the topic? It is really massive because if we look at it, it is true. Looking at everything that's happening on passive, from the day it was created by our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara, up till now, it is true that OnPassive is in a league, you know, of its own, really massive. Where do we started? You know, we are different from other companies, really different. And that is how it was designed to be different. Because if you are similar to other companies, the truth is nobody will even want to come close to you. You must make a difference as an IT company to attract customers, to attract business people to come close to you. You must be different. You must provide something that is different. You know, you must have an X factor, something that defines you as OnPassive. And that is where we are now, having a smart CEO in the like of Mr. Ash Mofara, who can think differently, who doesn't go the way the world is going, but he wants to take a different direction, something that people have never, nobody have ever think about it before. Yes, there are great thinkers, as Mari Digamo said, but for you to really make change in a specific way, you must have an S factor. And that is where OnPassive comes, to be in a league of its own. Looking at it, where did we start? We start, 2 floors in Burj Khalifa. That's where OnPassive was launched. Most companies started, as they would say, in the garage. But OnPassive started in a massive way, creating a top that has never ever happened. With 1.4 million founders, never ever heard of. The quality of the founders. If you look at the way we are here, every time we come day in, day out, smiling. Look at the way we are dying to be in the webinars, like our sister Marcian said, that you cannot sleep when the webinar is there. We have not started making a dime, but founders are so happy. What is in OnPassive that will make founders so happy and they have not started receiving anything? It shows the quality and the way OnPassive is going, because you cannot be smiling if there is nothing. But we already know what is coming. That is why all the founders, 1.4 million founders, yes, I can say majority of them are so happy because they can see it, the way things are going. Like someone described OnPassive as a master who sit back digging a well for everyone to come and drink in. He looked around and said, okay, I have few people, I will continue to dig. Then when he turned his eye and see the multitude coming, he said, no, I have to dig more so that there will be enough for everybody. Those who are close, couldn't see it, but he can see the vision and said, if I don't dig enough, right to the bottom, there will be not enough water for everyone to drink. No, those who came early, was like, why are you still wasting time? But he can see the vision and said, if I dig only for you, few of you, what will happen to the billions of people? That is where OnPassive come, where they want to provide not only for the founders, but for what? For the 5.5 billion that are coming, and for generation to come, where they will leave a lasting legacy for those who are coming. The value of the founders is more important, because Mr. Ash Mofara have instilled something in us that we don't only look on ourselves, but we look on how to help humanity. OnPassive was designed to help humanity, to bless others. Many founders don't think about their pocket, how much I will get, but now people are talking about how much can I bless, can I give back to the society? That is the beauty. A league on its own, so massive. The value of the employees in Hyderabad, Ash Mofara treat them as as brothers and sisters. I don't even call them colleagues again. I don't even call them those who are employed. Ash Mofara treat them as brothers. Not only them, treat them as treat their family, the same. Look at what has happened during the corona time and everything, the way he looks after the employee, OnPassive take care of the employee. It is another league. It is different. You can never see a company who would treat employees that, provide value, a lot of value to the employees and their family, extending to their family. It shows that OnPassive is in a league of its own. The value of founders and the way Mr. Ash Mofara will treat even the customer, he plays value to people than money. He will better say, no, let's pause now and look at their well-being. Let us look at what is happening in the world. Let us create something that has never been done before. He never goes based on our own feelings. Mr. Ash Mofara goes based on his, the thinking, the logical thinking, the direction that a modern company, a company of this magnitude will be in the futures to come. He looked at the futures and said, what will happen in 15 years, 30 years to come, maybe 200 years to come when we are dead and gone, creating something massive that will be, will last for generation to come. He said even 5 years children will use unpassive products. That is something that is crazy. You're looking at our products, disrupting of our products. Unpassive is different. It is different. It is difficult to really measure unpassive to other companies because we are different. Mr. Ashmufara told us, earlier that most of the employees who came in, they were talking about, oh, we have done this before. I said, no, I want us to create something. Forget about what you have done in different companies. This is unpassive. I want you to do this. This is what we want, not what you think. He started telling them, and all of a sudden they got it. They know you cannot compare yourself with other companies. The other companies have made their name, but we want to leave our own footprint. Unpassive is in a league of its own because we are running on the same lane, different lane. We are not in comparison to any company. We are not running, we are not imitating them, but we are creating something for generation to come. We are value driven, not money driven. Most companies are money driven, not value driven. But Mr. Ashmufara, look at the value that we want to provide, the value that mankind will look at it and appreciate. Look at our flagship product, Oh Bless, 100% giving back to United, to the community. No company has Oh Bless. People build crowdfunding application, said, oh, this is what we want to do to Bless, but they turn around and milk a lot of money from the customers, those people who use the product, like you and I. But Oh Bless is coming as a true blessing to the society, to bless and bless and bless, where 100% of everything will be contributed. No company has ever given so much value like Unpassive. Look at our website. Dynamic changes of our website every twice a week. Company do color coding. They change the color, like you see our background here. All of us, our faces are there. They'll just do like color. Today is brown, tomorrow is black, the next day is blue. But Mr. Ashmufara give us new website, never ever heard of, that a company will provide so much value that we cannot even pay for, building something for complete strangers like you and I. Mr. Ashmufara have never met some of us, but he said, what? I want to provide value for humanity. It is crazy. Look at our data center. We don't even want to go. Dynamic change, the disruption of the data center that can accommodate billions of people. Maybe soon will be trillions of people. We own our own domain. Our own domain. Mr. Ashmufara promote you and I, not the other way around. Most companies, we have to go and promote them. But you know what? Mr. Ashmufara is promoting us. A lot of founders looking at Unpassive and say, wow, it's multi-level. Now, when we look at it, there is no more founder position. Will you say it's multi-level? No. It is about sales. Unpassive is designed to sell products and bless, the founders. Me, I call it blessing. I don't want to call it commission because it is a blessing for someone to give us so much value that we will bless others. It's like we already know Unpassive is working for us. No company will ever work for you without you giving so much into the company. No company will give you that ability for you to come in, pay $97, sit back, and the company go to work and provide so much value. When I call value, I call it molar. Fill your pocket, fill your tank for you. Nobody will do that. IT company will do that. When they know they can make so much out of you, they'll never even bring 1.4 million founders, because why would they bring it? They are there to make their money. They want you to stay as customer down there so they can milk a lot. That is why Unpassive is just on a league of its own, giving you the opportunity to rise and speak. Mr. Ashmufara said last time, he would have brought PR, public relations officer, to speak on behalf of the company, but he gave us that platform to go and talk about Unpassive, to project the founders, to the universe. All of us here are founders, and all of us here are leaders. Mr. Ashmufara gave us that opportunity to go and talk and preach about the goodness of Unpassive. it shows the value, founders can bring. And even the customer has something to benefit. Though we call them customers, do you think they will come for? They will come and see the value of OnPassive, and this value will drive them crazy into OnPassive. Businesses, small business, medium size, they are just waiting for what is to come OnPassive, where they will look at it and say, you know what? There is no way I can avoid this value. Whoever will see, we're talking about human resource software, O-Connect, and all of those products that can bring value to their own business, where they can save a lot of money and decide, no, I'm not taking OnPassive. I want to go where I will lose money. It is crazy. You will never, ever see that in most of the corporate world, most of the businesses. A lot of business want more for less, and OnPassive is here to provide more for less. They are here to create something, for humanity. That is why OnPassive is not driven by money. It is driven by, value. It is about, looking after humanity. What can I do for humanity? And that's why Mr. Ashbofara looked at it and said, in his one of his statements I always post, he said, if humanity cannot eradicate poverty, poverty will eradicate humanity. That is true. If we on this planet Earth cannot fight in our own way to eradicate poverty, hardship, in the long run, poverty will consume all of us and there will be no more human race. And this is where OnPassive comes, a league on its own, to give so much value back to humanity, where people will rise up and smile again and said, my God, thank God for OnPassive. Thank God for this business. Thank God for Mr. Ashbofara and the family. Though Mr. Ashbofara hate thanks, that thank you. But the truth is, God used people in a special way. He will not come down from heaven and do this work. He comes down through human being. And that is why God is just using Mr. Ashbofara. And Madi said, only Mr. Ashbofara can do this crazy thing. And it's true. Only one person can do crazy stuff like this. And people like this will take century to come. It will take century to have someone again like Mr. Ashbofara who will come and sacrifice his family life for humanity, for total strangers like you and I. That is why we are saying OnPassive is in a league on its own. Blessing upon blessing upon blessing, through the product, through crowdfunding application, through physical product, through everything we can think of, marketing campaign, value upon value. It is so massive that there is no way we can look at OnPassive and look every corner where there is no value. Everything that touches is value. Ms. Ashbofara said, I would prefer to provide value than to go to the market with rubbish products. And this is where we stand. It is just in another league. So I will leave it there. Auntie Lynn, take it from there. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your powerful monologue. Lots of good points brought up there. We now go on to Vincent Ete.
Okay. Hi, thank you, Auntie Lynn. Hello, everyone. Hello to you, Auntie Lynn. Hello, David. And hello, all the people from Papua New Guinea. Hello, all the participants. Hello, Marty. Hello, David. So, hello, David. And also, my brother Collins, thank you for this great presentation. You did well. Thank you. Hello to my brother Oliver also. So today the topic is OnPassive in a league of its own. So I will say something about OnPassive and then following to what my brother Colin said. So what is OnPassive? First of all, I'll try to go through. I know we all know, but I'll go through again to let people also know what is OnPassive. So OnPassive is an artificial intelligence technology company. We know that that company also is built fully autonomously with SaaS product, and then using our latest artificial intelligence technologies for our digital also customers. So OnPassive is an artificial intelligence company also that bring a lot of advantages to customers, And also on passive also, we have innovation. Few months ago, we talked about innovation labs. So on passive have that as well. We have innovation, and also on passive have a fresh perspective to business and also to technologies to help all the technology challenge. So this is what on passive is. So we have a lot. So on passive also, we celebrate and then we accelerate also our innovation system. And also part of the innovation, we transform also business, from business strategy to designing, implementing, and also the management. So this is what on passive is doing. So on passive is using all this latest technology transform the world. They transform the world. So this is how on passive is doing. And then this is a business we are doing. So this all we call it a league of its own. So we do things according to our own, and then where we are doing is transforming also the digital world. So most important, we are doing what other people haven't done it before, because using the artificial intelligence to transform the world, to transform our digital world, to transform also the technology we are using. So we use on passive have a range of artificial intelligence products as well. And then all those products, we use it to transform the global enterprise technologies digitally. So that transformation, we transform the IT. And then a few months ago, we talked about the transformation, digital transformation. So this is part of on passive. So we have also our product, innovation product, our digital transformation product strategy around that as well. So we use that all this while to reinventing also the business model. So this is how on passive we're doing that also to help our customers to achieve the better operation, what they are looking for, what they are expecting to do, also to help the customer experience what customer is facing outside there. So we are on passive, we are here to help these customers to fulfill their potential, what they are looking for, the help they are looking, what benefits they are facing. So on passive is the right company for customer outside there. So on passive also enable customers to have a total view of the game, like digital game, artificial intelligence technology solution. So this is what on passive is doing to help. And then they use our technology to help them get their business up to where they want, the scale, where they want to be, and then also our product for customer successful as well, because our product we use to help customers to be successful for the business connecting to the world. So this is what we call it on passive. So this on passive is in the big game. So let's talk about the technology around our business. So on passive is a power of IT solution. So the solution is making the complexity for business around artificial intelligence system. So all the business artificial intelligence system, they will use our technology as well. So we have AI technology, which is based off our ecosystem. Most of our ecosystem, most of the product in our ecosystem is based or empowered by artificial intelligence system. Then the product are also automated digital solution. So we have that digital solution for on passive. We have on passive is over 1,200 countries in the world. So those people trust our company as well. So we are worldwide known. This is a great company. And then we have also a grain of global influence in the world. So in the world, we, like our CEO said on Thursday, we will be in the World Cup, sponsor of World Cup Qatar 2022. So this is also, I would say, is a global economy influence. So because the whole world will know that we are present, and then we'll be here. Burj Khalifa, we are there also, is a great influence as well. We have Singapore, we are almost every corner in the world. So this is a great influence. We have also over 1 million customers at one big platform. So this is also part of on passive. So that's why we call it a league of its own. On passive ecosystem is over 20 digital products. We have a lot of products. So in our ecosystem, so we got a lot of products, and then those products make us proud. And then those products make on passive its own, because we have a different product, we can use it to move around, and then different products, different technology, all are powered by artificial intelligence system. So we have also a data center, one of the big data center around the world. I believe it would be the biggest data center in the world, and then the best data center in the world as well, because our data center, we have a power also again by artificial intelligence system, is also multi-region data center, and then also we have a dual IP address. We have IPv4, IPv6. Is there also our data center is full automated, and then the data center again can also 1 billion customers. So we have the server inside. We have a backup facilities where we can also use this data center to restore customers' stuff within a few minutes. If we have any issues, is a full backup. We back up all the system, servers, technology, email, everything, all the technology around, or all the system we support. We have a facility, we can back up all, we can restore them in a few minutes. So we have the best technology there, even from our digital system to our physical product. So one of our physical product, and then the biggest among all the product is a data center, which is make on passive one of the best data center in the world, and then make on passive also one of the best company and a great company in the world. So Uncle, I'll leave it there. Thank you.
Thanks, Vincent. We're going to now end with Oliver Fonte, and then we'll go to comments and questions and answers. So be ready with your questions and comments. Go ahead, Oliver.
Hey, PNG. Good afternoon there. I'm sure it's afternoon, and good morning in Europe and other part of the world, and good night here in the United States. I want to say thank you, PNG, for inviting us. It's a privilege to be with you guys as a family. We are here to educate. Also want to thank Lane, our mother in the house, the mother of the OTech pros, and our big bro, Madi Degamo, guiding us how we will go about the on-passive business. That is a league of its own. My name is Oliver Fonte, talking from Baltimore, Maryland, the United States, and I am your friend. On-passive, a league on its own, a league of its own. This is big, and when you look at it, everything surrounding on-passive is a league of its own. Look at all of us here. On-passive has made all of us a family. If I book a flight now to PNG, I'll call David, call Nancy. I'm going to have fun. A company that was built out of humanity. Look at our style. Look at our style. Family, a league of its own, never heard of. Mr. Ash Mufara succeeded to put more than 1.4 million founders all over the world. If I say I want to go to Australia, I'll meet John. I say, hey, John, where are you? Are you Sydney or where? John will receive me. That is a family we are talking about. And that is a league of its own. You know, when we come into our chat here, we chat, we laugh, you know. I can call John Barrera, say, hey, John, I'm in New York. John will say, hey, where are you? Let's go to the biggest restaurant and get something to eat. That is family, and that's a league of its own. We are blessed. We are blessed. On-passive OnPassive comply with 196 countries all over the world that we've not launched. We are not yet in the market. What does that tell you? The traffic. The traffic. OnPassive is going to the market with more than 1.4 million customers. Never heard of. Never heard of. That is a league of its own. Never heard of. When the other companies started with 50,000, when they got to 100,000, they celebrated. But OnPassive, 1.4 million. We are on a league of our own. When you look to the value that OnPassive will bring to the world economy, look at our products. Look at our virtual mall. You come for one product, you end up buying almost everything that for CEOs, you end up to buy everything that the company needs for an affordable price. And though we will host it all also for them in our data center, as my brother Vincent just mentioned. I want to thank Vincent, thank Collins also for the wonderful presentation. Sorry about that. They'll come to buy one product. Then they'll finally see that they'll end up buying almost all products that they needed in their company, affordable price. Then we'll say, we can also host your data. We'll have our data center for what again? An affordable price. And that price is not going to be up to the price that they were buying one other software in the company. For example, all staff, that you have 5, 6 products combined into one. 5, 6 products, being in the industry, using some of those products, being part of a team to buy some of those software in the company, know how much it costs, affordable price, then is no licenses, unlimited. That is a league of its own. And CEOs who keep saying this, CEOs will refer CEOs to come to OnPassive. The traffic jam will be too much. Look at our CEO, what he did lastly also. He has added 4 other offices, 4. And when he told us that one is already finito. Is this not OnPassive, league of its own? Look at what happened on the 30th of March in Dubai. Everywhere was OnPassive, OnPassive. Burj Khalifa building, the display of that of the fountain in Dubai. In the malls, billboards, movie theaters. Movie theaters, I know movie theaters. When you go in there, the supporting movie that comes before the real movie are new movies that are coming. But we saw OnPassive in movie theater. That is a league of its own. OnPassive owns 2 floors, the tallest building in the world, in Burj Khalifa. And we are not even in the market, the big boys. We are the big boys. OnPassive, we are the big boys. Coming like a bulldozer. The eagles, we are the eagles. When you come, we'll go up. You come, we'll go up. Disruptive products. The CEO told us the other day that we have 4 sprints. 2 sprints, I'm sorry, which is 4 weeks. 10 products will be out. Never heard of, been in the industry, never heard of. Look at Facebook, 3. Look at Zoom, 1. It took them 4.5 years. OnPassive, in less than 4 years or 4.5 years, we are coming out with, we have guaranteed 10. Never heard of. Disruptive profit, disruptive features. AI driven, automated, and the integration also. Never heard of, in less than how many years. Everything in OnPassive AI driven. We have a mall. We have a virtual mall that when you come there, you buy. And OnPassive has accomplished so far what no other company on this planet Earth. None. 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 In the short period of time, like my brother Colin said, look at the employees. They treat them like family, compounded salary. We have some other employees in Hyderabad just to brainstorm. They have food, coffee, tea, juice, what they want, just to brainstorm. They still show us the other day. They were there brainstorming. Never heard of. That is a league of its own. Only OnPassive can do that. Only OnPassive can give cars. Only OnPassive can give cell phones to their employee. Empower them. OnPassive, the CEO doesn't only treat the employees like family, their own family. Their own family. Look at the founders, the 1.4 plus founders today. See how happy we are. We are all shining because our tomorrow will have that financial liberty, that freedom, financial liberty also, that yours, what you will make is going to be more than your bills. You will say bye-bye to all the bills. It will just be left hand. You pay the bills and you have piles more. And what are we going to do with the excess? We will replicate ourselves. Obless now comes in. Each time we want to withdraw something, we'll put something. If it's $5, $10, we'll chip it also into Obless to touch lives. The humanity comes in. Most of us have our own NGOs now. We wanted to do those things. We were doing some of them in a very minimal scale, help. But now we are going to take it in a large scale because of OnPassive. OnPassive has given birth to Missionaries for Africa. That is coming with a full structure to help not only Africa, but the world also. Coming with a full structure with various departments, accounting department, the secretariat, project department, chairman, chair lady. If we have a full structure in Missionaries for Africa, we are just waiting. Missionaries for Africa is just waiting that the mullahs should start coming. We go, then now we go into projects. Look at Chris Johnson, Obless. Chris Johnson also have Obless. I know some other in the continent, they also have, they have theirs. In the 196 countries, at least 1%, they must touch somebody's life. They must touch somebody's life in that 196 countries all over the world. Tell me, if OnPassive is not a league of its own. Not only about products, money is guaranteed. Our success is guaranteed. So we have to touch lives also. That is the league of its own we are talking about. Our customers. Because of the affordable pricing that are going to be there. And we have products that even a layman that can only afford $5 a day or $2 a day can afford OnPassive product, ONET. P&G, all of us are going to enjoy, all of us from the low income country, the developing countries, we are going to enjoy from OnPassive. Mr. Ash Mufara look at our faces and say, no, I'm going to flip the world. People will not suffer again. P&G, I'm here to tell you people, we are fine. You people will be fine. Like my brother Colin said, that God sent one person to come and touch the lives of people. P&G, you have Opal, that you make your call, you come to webinars, you use O-Connect without any interruption. That is the technology that Mr. Ash Mufara and the tech in Hyderabad, they've put together for us. P&G, I'll tell you people today, with all the NGO I know, Mr. David Bakau, what is going to do with Nancy them and everybody in all of you in P&G, you guys will be fine. You guys will be able to sit one day and say, I can afford more than $10 or $20 a day meal. I can go to a restaurant with my family to eat. I can talk on the phone without any interruption. It will be cleared. You want to use the video, it will be cleared, not fuzzy. P&G, we are fine. We are counting the weeks, not months. Even if it's months, does it worth it? Yes, worth it. It worth it. Rome was not built in the day. Our CEO is compounding those products. Those products that are above market value, now they're just fine-tuning them, adding more disruptive features on them. That when we go to the market, like he said, people are thirsty for our products. They are thirsty. They are thirsty. On passive, when I listened to Rob and Lynn last night, they talk about we are at the top, we are positive, we are humble. They're talking about the founders. On passive has humbled all the 1.4 plus million founders. We don't look at money or wealth like anything. We look at wealth now to touch lives. Tell me which company that do have O-Bless to help people. Tell me, none. I'm sorry. Google, Apple, they are thirsty for money. They want money. But on passive, we are here to touch lives. Yes, it's a technology company, it's an IT technology company that will generate money, but that money that we are going to use, but to impact our community. That is what we are talking about. And that is the league of its own on passive. Aren't we proud of ourselves? And we should give a hand of applause also to our techs in Hyderabad and the CEO. We'll continue to pray for them. We continue to pray for them. On-passive is not out there to make money. Look at the website that the CEO said we are going to have 2 this week, 2 Monday and Thursday, then 3, then 1. Those websites are going to be on. They will reside on our domain name. 1.4 plus million domain account. My brother Collins talk about it. Maybe people don't get it. Maybe we don't get it. Let me say that we don't get. Facebook, Google, they have a one. That's why you go to facebook.com, you go to google.com, you go to microsoft.com. But in on-passive, you have 1.4 plus domains account with the website dynamic, running on, changing on daily basis. Different type of website, changing with different content on daily basis. Never heard of. Our security, unspeakable. You can't get us. And it is sophisticated. Then my brother Collins and my Vincent also talk about the data center, the secured, we have control and the scalability. Tell me, we are going into the market. We own everything from domain to data center products from scratch. we didn't go and buy different product to come and revamp it and send it to the market. All our products are that belong to us on passive. We are not like other tech industry that will go and buy products, come, they revamp it, put it to the market, start making money. No. Our products belong to OnPassive from scratch, AI, embedded, automated, integration. Never heard of. And if any company that wants to try what we've done, they'll collapse. They'll only patch, and get a certain point, they stop. If they want to come, to, even we'll give them our template, like the CEO said, they don't have the heart. They don't have the heart to do it. It will cost them a lot of money, the time. So can they? I don't think so. That is where OnPassive is a league of its own. Let me leave us with this word from the CEO. He said, right now, as we speak, we are preparing to launch the biggest business ever with the most revolutionary impact, including the past and the present, and possible the future. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you very much, Oliver. And as you can see, this topic was quite broad. So when we take it now to comments and questions, it should be really easy to stay on the topic. So I guess the one thing we don't want to be discussing is technical things like password issues or problems in accessing your website or your back office. So let's save that for support. But anything else is pretty much okay. No proprietary information should be shared at this time as well, because we are live streaming. At this time, we're going to take it to the gallery. And it is your opportunity, PNG people, to ask your questions and make your comments. And again, this webinar is to help the people of PNG. And we do appreciate the international community that is here today who are showing their support. But remember that the comments and questions are going to be coming from the PNG folks, right? So at this time, we would like to bring in anybody who wants to make a comment or question. And we have interpreters waiting in the wings to help. We'll have David, Moses, William, and William at this time. They can alternate interpreting.
Thank you, Lynn. Can I
interpret? Yeah,
start off here?
Yeah, please do.
I'll just give a summary of what Collins and Vincent and Oliver have basically pidgin and help our people to at least understand what sort of company and business we are associated with. Thank you, Collins, and thank you, Vincent. Thank you, Oliver, for a wonderful presentation. You guys talk and it just motivates me to, I don't know. It's hard to sit when we are beginning to go into a time of excitement as we look forward. We are all excited from day one when we came to connect with OnPassive, but it's getting more and more. So Papua New Guinea, me like Toksaola Yumi Osem. This pla company OnPassive, you me stop inside longem. This la topic me pla tok longem osem. Got one pla company and buy one kind or inapim. One something CEO blow me pla welcome. Inside the world, no got one pla company inap long come close to or match him by no got. This la company you me stop one time and one pla big pla company. All got something and make him got nara pla company is making before. OnPassive and moklo work him nupla something. Lo side blow products, you me got all digital, all online products. where supply stop, you may oklo yusim sample company or working stop tasol blom mipla CEO blow me oklong some talk English and talk compound. Compound or some you say suppose you stop long nambis you miss pekim boy. You miss pekim gonchait na you miss surkim yet gonchait na surkim yet gonchait. Na okim na begya bagot kick tight straight. One something CEO blow me oklo wakim product me wakim finish. Na mi talk osem all product wakim stop long over market value. Osem market value come up finish so disla go abrusim market value na go antamuet. Put him sample mo all yumi by toka edim or legally or something go inside ken la walking by go product by go smart moye. So inoga don't play company me walking mosem also not play company all working product also testing past them go bagrap or pull him go down again rausim la market or straight him ken come put him again. But long CEO blue me SM talk nogat time me launch him this la business so launch him company. And product and by abrusim level blong market where I stop long and by looking product and narplakan product. By all customer, all by kissing service blong and all satisfied, all by hamamas lo this la product now all by hamamas long company. Because on passive and come inside la one plahap where I'm like set him standard. You me talk value or some mark blong money me spend him lo one plah. You may go buy one plus something or some, you may buy a car. All right, you may throw one kind, 100,000 or 200,000 or one plus Land Cruiser. All right, you buy him standard Land Cruiser and by come to solo sem. Now you like him additional features now and by put him spotlight, you put him bumper bar, you put him screen, window screen, protect him all stone, kind of sem. So this laya oklo edim. One plus product, but edim legally gone top na time and put him lo road. Toyota put him road Toyota Land Cruiser road, you look him style mo yet. So one kind you may look him long side on passive oklong build him reputation blame inshallah marketplace na me play no launch yet. You must awesome. Company no launch, company no working business yet. That's all. Kind of say one plug and win and go past now. You think in big plug rain back come long before the rain come and by one plug can win and come past. Norman by win now oh travel rain back come. Oh, you say looking lighting by stripe rain back come. On passive work side this la business lo online business all start lo film this la rain this la win o'clock come. Now talk about big plus something back come up. So you may start lo this la mark on passive you may talk you may start lo one plaka in league yeah. You may say lo play sports different kind game. Soccer, rugby league, softball, volleyball, can all games is stop. Now on passive come inside one plakan game where no got narpla man by inaplo match him and play inside one pla field where one plakan field yeah you know naplo match him. So me like talk sao you meet us all me encourage me all engineers play me all talk you meet talk lo side block product no got man by matching product. Now no got one pla company say one me build him or launch him company time fully matured finish. You me long side block on passive you me come one pla level where you me trap la mangi a big boy. You know baby but come into the marketplace. Come now I'm on looking for say one plus something red and by go sit down past them no got. On passive and by come go inside and by moving all money go come now some space belong I'm now go now. So you may say toka move on a shaker and back to the marketplace. So thank you. And me open him talk play me osem. Na you me all Papua New Guinea line, you plug at sampla talk lo make him or ask him lo talk lo this la topic. You me can talk lo this la you me talk lo not topic where side lo email na back office play you. Na you facing problem lo disla em maski lusim. Em disla you come long. Webinar blo yimi lo Tuesday na Thursday. And now you can ask him all this, but now you may discuss him all topic and kind topic you discuss him. One him can you can look all not the company level blow stop of na you miss stop of him. Me no savel you how much or no god. Me no hard lo sit down here, hard lo sleep too. On passive I'm stopping cell of blood blooming. So thank you. I pass it back to you, Lynn.
I forgot to unmute. So, all right, thank you for interpreting. So now is the time for questions and comments, and we're going to begin with Bernard. Hi, Bernard. Let me unmute you. I'm sorry. Give me a second. All right, you can unmute now. Let's try again. Yeah, you're unmuted. Your volume should be higher though. There's no volume, no sound. No sound, shucks. Maybe you might want
to check him again. Bernard, mi plano harem you.
I think he's trying.
Bernard, mi plano harem you. Check him microphone blow you. Check him microphone.
And the volume too. Is his volume up? Maybe what he can do, David, is exit and then come back in again and see if that helps. We'll let him back in.
Bernard, I think speaker, you know, been engaging time you come in, so you log out, now log back in, and then come in. I put him on the by me plan. Look him now, bring you come.
Thank you for trying. Come back. I will take your comment or question when you come back. Okay, Bernard? Thank you. Thank you. Come back. We'll try again. We want to hear from you. Okay, who else? Come on, PNG people. We're here for you. All right, Arnold's here. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Arnold. Good to have you.
There we are. Thank you, Lynn, for your untiring commitment to ONPASSIVE and most importantly to us here in Papua New Guinea and the tech pros. What can I say? You are the best. You have been educating us on this company, its business, and again, significantly what it stands for. Oliver, your motivation is very contagious. You know, that vibration from you during your talk has penetrated our very core, and we are also motivated and excited just like you. Let me just add on further before I can maybe say something in Pidgin on or taking on from where David has left about ONPASSIVE. You know, during my course of ONPASSIVE and talking to people, people have wanted to know what ONPASSIVE is, and we have tried to explain in the simplest term what the business is. You know, people are aware of Facebook and the other big giants, but I have tried to explain in a way to tell people that ONPASSIVE is in a league of its own, in the sense that you bring all these products, all these big internet applications and software we're using, and you put them all under one company. One company owns all of this. That is what ONPASSIVE is. And plenty of time, Mr. go out and Mr. share him ONPASSIVE one time all man. Also ask him long, one is something to him ONPASSIVE. Now, Mr. Trump related me go along all companies and plus I use him long internet, like Facebook, WhatsApp, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Alibaba, Slots product out. So companies plus I use him. Now, ONPASSIVE in a league of its own, Mr. Trump long explaining myself. So some organized company come inside now. So organized all applications, products, all these companies come inside now. You put him on it, one company to solve. M ONPASSIVE. M ONPASSIVE now. So now comparing ONPASSIVE one time on another company. ONPASSIVE and big company. I also like the way Ash mentioned in his last webinar about ONPASSIVE is in a race of on its own. It is running on its own lane. There is no one else running side by side with ONPASSIVE in a race. In a race, you have people standing in lanes and running a race. But when he mentioned it, I figured, I started imagining that ONPASSIVE is actually running its own race. There's no one running a race with ONPASSIVE. It's in a league of its own. ONPASSIVE himself on a race where, as been talking long last webinar long, person. ONPASSIVE himself long lane long I made. I mean, stop long same lane or some company or running race or looking side by win now, side by lose no. ONPASSIVE and running on race long. No one company comes at a race one to ONPASSIVE. It's a lane long. I'm sorry, most ONPASSIVE and stop long I made. So there were other things ProTech has mentioned, and it intrigued me, and it is amazing that we in PNG has actually found this company and on this company. So I'm also still finding a way to understand it and trying to comprehend the massiveness of this company. But over time, I'm pretty sure most of us will get it, and we are slowly getting it. Plenty long here, plan a service set the scale blow ONPASSIVE and big plus set, but it got time by learning the company and by Mla long how MB plan now. When can something by more game now? And something also in the blend or Sabe and blend experience. So people just follow through with the stop and start long ONPASSIVE plugin and blah. Learning when can something company by bringing the learning long size plus the company. I think I'll stop here. I've kind of run out of what I could say on this. Thank you.
Thank you for your commentary. We have Nathaniel Cup here. Hi, Nathaniel. Good to have you, Nathan.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Good to have you. Good to see you.
Yes, good afternoon, good afternoon. It's afternoon from Mount Hagen, Papua New Guinea. Wherever you are, good night, good evening, good morning. It's been a great journey So far, so good. Thank you for all the support you guys give us. On Turkey, league of its own, I think our people need to understand that particular concept or the word itself. I think I'll explain that in future. In Turkey, a league of its own, I think the Slav is that many
Okay. Nathan froze for a bit. Let's come back to him. If he gets unfrozen, you're welcome.
countries share of this.
Nathan,
Uh,
your video is
yes.
going, your sound is going in and out. So maybe turn your video off so we have a better chance of hearing you.
Okay, I think that will be better. The connection will be up for me. Now, is it okay now?
It's still a bit muffled, but I think we can make out some of what you say. Just proceed.
Okay. Ano sa unique sa Malaysian share group. Unique Malaysian countries from West Finland. That's why I want a league or want a group when it come together. Now, unique part in the Pacific, unique part of Malaysian alliance or group is part of it. Time this like to talk long and Turkish Canada and league and US and minimum anyone needing Google or anyone needing Facebook or anyone needing Amazon or anyone needing this line only can start all exist all operate long all yet. But on Turkish and long area and cannot long area and that all that is all something among after child long plus ground in middle long only to that now and cannot long area. And Turkish is a league on its own, meaning that I'm independent and cannot area. I think this law, this like a proper unit law, Salem is like being and then blindly unit. I think that's overall, thank you.
We could get some of what you said, but not all of it. Are you still there, Nathan? Okay, we'll come back to you and we'll go on to Mary Carroll. Hi, Mary. Oh, yeah,
Lynn.
we're not able to understand.
Hello, Lynn.
Yes.
Hello,
David.
Lynn.
Yeah.
Lynn, before Mary speaks,
Yeah.
I'll just repeat I'll try and paraphrase this.
Okay, that would be
What
nice. Yeah.
Nathaniel has said. I have an audience here also. They're asking, what do we mean by on passive is in a league? That will just try and paraphrase that and give a summary of what it means. You meet long Papua New Guinea, you miss away. You think him, you may got all example and put him on all athletics. Inside lo athletics, you kiss him all top 100 meter sprint runners. You kiss him lo 1-1 province now you can put him or you saw inside the world. You got 1-1 all top runners long 1-1 world country also come now compete long. It's la world championships here. All right. Emosem anoli tokya. Em tokosem disla emosem in league.
Hi, David. You're going in and out again.
On its own, you may play the 1+ sport. kind of say you stop athletics. Okay, kisim olga talon pla group nol baron. Okay, okay. Is it okay or you can't hear?
It goes in and out, so probably better just to turn your video off.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I'll just explain here. I have an audience also. They're asking the same question to explain what it means by passive in a league on its own. So I am giving a example that put together all the 100 meters, you put them all together and running, competing on, but on
David, I don't think
online because you cannot.
your connection is really bad, David. We're not getting most of what you're saying at this point. So perhaps William or Moses, you want to try to interpret? You might have better connection, Moses or William. You guys can unmute yourselves.
Okay, Lynn, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, all right. This is William. I'll try and step in and just do a little bit of explanation on what David was trying to attempt, and probably the Papua New Guinean founders can understand. Okay, leader man blomipla David emi tram lo tok lo mipla lo explain him the league of its own. Em kind of some mipla sa tok toka. Tok pisin mipla sa tok. You know one size blomi mipla sa tok. Umpla ba tokosam, you know one size. Or you know one scale blomi ba tokosam. Em des plakan, des la business on passive. Em know one size or one scale or one plakan one time or another business. Em up tok where tok class white man only talk, you know, stop the league of its own. So em stop long line long emet, em stop long one play road long emet. Em stop long group long emet. Em know mix one time or another play. Why? Because long how on passive em is set up, long how em chemical products long em, long how em is setting up business or house long em, office long em, data center long em, or the products and make him. Now Mipla all founders where Mipla come here, 1.4 million. Who get all another company in us are working almost stop into the same group, same road where on passive work run long. On passive work run long narapla road. And meaning long that's the talk in a league of its own. So you may not follow law explanation, brother Slayer. You must try to understand him now. You may think him was on passive and stop long. Road long emiet. Come lo road long emiet, lo wave long emiet. Emi come. Emi no copycat one time all narapla. Emi no copycat him all products. Emi no copycat him. Emi walk him long emiet. Emi run long emiet. Emi walk long emiet. Stop lo scale long emiet. Meaning blood slayer. So I think you may can understand him. So you may not can ask him too much of this law. But you may try to look some sample more ask him. Where all man marry all founders where you plug out long him or sample more commentaries. Me lose him lawyer. Thank you. Thank you, Antilin. I've just explained to them what league of its own means. So hopefully they are more clear now, and we can move on to more other commentaries and other questions if they have them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hi, Mary. Good to have you here.
Hi, Lynn.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon to each and every one of you, our global family, friends, and all of our OTEC teams, Collins, Vincent, and Oliver. What a great presentation and breaking down of on passive, a league of its own. I just want to mention that the process of building the softwares to take to the market, how there are lots of moving parts, how long it takes to put one together, and the process that we are going through. Many of our people may not understand that these are the reasons why it's taken longer to go to a public launch. Maybe they don't understand that all those other companies that were ahead of us had such a long period of time before they came to the market. So I think it's necessary for our ProTech teams to break that bit down. But where we are today is so significant. Yes, definitely, on-passive is a league of its own. From the very start, when Ash Mufari had the vision and he couldn't see it in the companies that he was working with, but he saw beyond and he had to explode with it. He came out the way it has taken us now. Many of our OTEC teams, Charles Osong and the present ones here, Bob Takusi, Engineer Mike, them being IT savvy, saw it. So as for me, I just want to listen in and try and spread as much as possible what a wonderful God sent person. I know Ash Mufari doesn't want to be called that. He has mentioned it, but we'd like to say that he's God sent because he's come up with this wonderful, wonderful concept to benefit each of us, 1.4 million plus, and beyond. Those ones that haven't felt the impact, they will, certainly will. So that makes on-passive a league of its own, running a race against itself or with itself for the benefit of the entire world. And it will happen. We are soon to see that. What a beautiful feeling. So I think it's very, very important, going off what Mr. Mufari said the other night, that we just move along, be patient, trust him and his OTEC teams, his technical partners, as he calls them. And they will deliver. They will deliver. Let us believe in that fact that they will deliver. So if I may just translate that to Tok Pisin. Havinun Ogera, Bloyumi inside long Papua New Guinea. Having good Lavinun long Leaderman Bloyumi, David Bakau, one time Ogera leaders inside of Papua New Guinea. Mito Kosem, this way blow come up in this la company on passive. Na all walk him long come up in software. All this la information technology all products, yeah. Emi kisim plan di time, yeah. Ino naplo wokim tetena, tomorrow by come up. Oliver Fonte and Bintokia, Rome was not built overnight. So you must ting him desla. Now you use that line. Iga desla ting ting long. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Why na emi no come yet? Lose him. Something by inonaplo one pla man long desla 4 corner long world by come up him long. Benefit him yumi 1-1. Na place as place blow yumi. Ogera mangi run round about here. One day you'll become a good citizen. Why? Because on passive, I mean 1 plus something, you got magic inside long end. And what is that magic? Emya lewo blo ash mufari. Lewo blongen. The heart of ash mufari. You know that 1 plus company by comparing one time on passive. So you must sit down tassel, bet and pray, now believe, all in trust, confidence long. This la big la mania. And also, you must pray. Lash Mufare family belonging na Pikinini, Mary Pikinini, na all this la line was that he walk one time. So, long time now, we are going to be seeing more and more things which we would have never ever known and seen had it not been for Ash Mufare and on passive. So Entasol, thank you Loarem Loyipla, thank you Lynn, John Barilla, Marty DeGamo, all the global leaders that are present. Thank you, and thank you, thank you, and thank you to the wonderful presentations by Collins, Vincent, and Oliver Fonte. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mary. Great. Are we good with questions? I think we've covered all our questions. No more comments or questions from the gallery? PNG people, I mean, as you know. All right. I think at this point I want to take it. Oh, okay. We got Josephine Landime. Good to have you here. Go ahead and ask your question or make your comment. You're unmuted, so you can-
Thank you very much. Can you hear me from your end?
Yes, we can.
Hello?
Yes, we hear you.
Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Thank you. I think I am now privileged to make a comment here after my, I could the word products in the digital things or in the internet business. But coming through and listening to you, Lynn, I would say I appreciate to have used after all this time, this month's listening. Lynn, Engineer Mike, Charles, Oliver, Vincent, like the way you present the event. And thank you very much. With understanding of the word, I was trying to figure out what it meant. Then, as someone who likes to be and finding out about the games, I'm thinking about athletes coming into a sporting event, and then, we have to do warm-ups and stretches and to get us to be in the race where we have to beat them, and our protect team explained things where
It's hard to hear you, Josephine. Can you hear
when I
me?
was trying to explain, yes, when I was trying to explain this to the other
Josephine,
Guineans about products,
it's really hard to understand you, Josephine. So you might
they,
want to turn your
they
video
kept
off.
on asking, yes,
Hi, can you see me?
they kept on asking,
Hi, Josephine.
Oh.
Yes, okay, that's
hello?
better. Now we may be able to hear you better. You can proceed.
Thank you. Just getting myself to understanding the word league. I was so confused in the beginning what it meant. Some explanation. Mike and Oliver, especially Oliver, and it's like getting ourselves prepared in doing stretches and warm-ups in the athletic event, and then we have to try to run to get into the first placing away from the other athletes. And I am just so overwhelmed that I am lucky to be in this company for this 12 months. I might say not 12, but 14 months. Thank you very much, Lynn. You and Charles with the other protecting a way that I can explain to my other people whom I come across. Thank you very much. And thank you, David Bakau, Elsie, Veronica Bayang, and also Moses and Moses Guntu and William Tonopan in explaining things in our own mother tongue that people understand well, and I did understood well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Josephine. All right, William, David, or Moses, did you want to interpret or paraphrase what she said, what Josephine said?
Yes, okay. Okay, Josephine, thank you, Josephine. Lo, talk you make him here. Josephine, let me make him some talk lo here lo. Just lo explaining mo some. Lo pasta memi no been clear to us. Lo one memi meaning blong das la. Some on passive emi stop long lane blong emi stop lo league blong emiet. But time we play talk na me play story na me play comparing mo sem lo side lo sports or lo side long some kinds all everyday activities me plus are making na time me play give him talk picture now. Emi start lo kisim just la picture na emi understand him. So what Josephine talk long so emi talk thank you too much lo me play explain him one emi meaning mo sem on passive stop long league long emet or on passive BNM rot long emet. Thank you, Auntie Lynn. I'll leave it there.
Thank you, William. Next, we have Alex Moynier. You can unmute yourself.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Hello.
Firstly, thank you to Lynn. Thank you for letting me in. And also a big thank you to our OTEC pros and all our global leaders who are attending this webinar today with us. Thank you, everybody. Okay, I just want to do some explanation here in Pidgin, so just help our leaders break it down so our founders in Papua New Guinea can get a clear understanding of what on-passive is a league of its own. So thank you very much. I will go ahead and do my presentation in Pidgin.
Sure.
Right. Thank you all founders Brimdalo Papua New Guinea. Wala sina una harim. Mitu migat line of team lumi or staff on temitulo. Isla meeting mi wala sina on staff. Background lumi play no right so mi plan on ablo on video na. Me just talk that's all. All right. Thank you. Me like helping all normal leaders lo. At least explaining this lab to talk again. Lo on passive is a league of its own. Okay, me like helping the solo, break him down also. Lo Papua New Guinea, Yumi sa are mo disla talk English league. Talk English league, maybe lo dictionary you find it, maybe got some all different all meanings believe stuff inside. But also lo case lo you misunderstanding na sawe long em also lo league em also one bla body ya also one bla body o kind also also example lo Papua New Guinea yumi batoka o yumi sarem up to also talk rugby league also one bla rugby body ya em online lo play rugby only for me la body so em kama also one bla organization na one bla body rugby league lo Papua New Guinea yumi sarem okay em one bla example lo disla up to talk league ya. All right. Narapla, awesome. Planti mi sare mo sa totok lo League of Nations one play mi sa tok G20. Mi sare mi sa G20 na. All narpla mo mi tok one play group of Pacific Islands Forum one kain all narpla planti all world groupings lo all isla kain all league up to league sa stop inside mi sare so one time league understanding also league mo so one play body ya. All right. Yumi kambigen lo company blo yumi inside lo on passive. Time bosman putin sila tok yang kama to sem on passive yumi o some the league yumi na wa yumi stop yumi so me like break him down this last suppose explanation all right and me all leaders can help me behind emi mino sem yumi now yumi kama po som the body yumi on passive kama po som the body ya yumi the big body ya inomo one kind of sem this law narlo league ya yumi are mo yumi lo tok sem lo Papua New Guinea yumi to rugby league honorable global countries are boom also boom also league of forming league of nations yumi sare mo disla yumi ati yumi far more big black again lo disla all league ya only exist finish na stop lo disla ground na yumi to lo wall so every minimum sem time yumi stop kama po on the league time company and stop on league of its own a minimum sem yumi can make him anything in the world you name it yumi can make him because yumi come up with some kisi narlo company or narlo line lo come say join yumi forming this league yumi one the single company alone come up with on the league of its own minimum same how crazy yumi to sema what league also maybe kind of sema body also for him but yumi know yumi one the single company to so na yumi come up with some league of our own no I'm simply minimum same yumi got this last strength blow yumi wasana was yumi yeta yumi no by need narla man mo company and far big plus so yumi and you too yumi got this last strong na yumi come up with a league blow yumi so we can do anything anything yumi can make him low place blow yumi yet na around the globe way also yumi talk now yumi got 200 founders staff 215 countries so and one kind of some all league of nations all amas blow countries also boom no all working the league blow but yumi 200 whole countries. Me no believe maybe he stop or no stop, but me no sabe me. Me no think he got on the league more for me 215 countries. And you be far more big black can pay this overall leagues or stuff exist this ground. So me got big black mamas through you stop it on passive me strong in you founders so you stop it on the big black organization, big black company. So you me mamas lo this la. You mean almost you may stop with your some talk you mean patience na you mean loyal you may stop on them bossman larim bossman want them all team blame all take teams now all not line all stop all work behind the scene you mean looking when work all making larim all working work blow na you mean to blow sim benefit as well na you mean almost time over work blow finish na you mean by enjoying this over blessings way on passive company by bringing you mean as well over right around the world so all right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lynn. That's all I have to say in Pidgin to further explain in detail so our PNG founders can get a clear understanding of what on passive is a league of its own. Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you. I'm sure that's very helpful. We now go to Arno Lakamanga. Hi, Arno.
Thank you. My apologies for coming back. Firstly, maybe let me add on to what Alex just said. Alex talked long was about body or some on-passive representing, but in a just body that's all. And something and make him on-passive and he on its own is that and make it something and special. Or something on-passive in making and the most special long or natural body in making. Even though Amy wasn't body, wasn't Alex Dr. But or something on-passive making, yeah, and the most special long or natural or body or organization even making. And this line all take those or only explaining me when can this law special or something, yeah. On-passive is a making. And this last reason where I'm unique na, I'm special, I'm making I'm stable, lig long I'm stable, I'm and winning on natural body. Okay, so me Edim Tasol Lanta Blong, one something Alex didn't talk. Maybe a bit of clarification on that. There is something that maybe may have been Oliver that mentioned that it hit my guts and I thought I need to share. And that's a phrase he said, if we don't eradicate poverty, poverty will eradicate humanity. One lahap tok em Oliver bin tok I'm tok na I'm trauma tok and some English I don't know how to put it in pidgin, but I think most people here will understand. If we don't eradicate poverty, poverty will eradicate humanity. It hit me and fighting lower Mr. because something will come up with PNG. Us belong all heavy middle cyclism now and poverty. Plenty of land from people inside the country and no got money, and hard logo buy more something. All not got work, only can walk. Or something store and prices go on top. So plenty of people and people live below long poverty line. Some because people poor. People are finding hard long, survive low towns or cities, even long villages too. Or man like a money or buy something, but people are planting on that. That's what talk I am only been talk. If we don't eradicate poverty, poverty will eradicate humanity. But PNG, if we don't eradicate poverty, poverty will eradicate us by destroying country blom. So we must amas or some one passive come. One passive come now. So living online plus along on passive, almost 10,000 of us. Mibla enough plus saving country blom. Was no God and through people looking finish. Science is happening all around us. And poverty it can't end by killing people in the country. PNG might be not anymore. So me like him by me blog put him strong as that talk. Just be we are grateful. We are grateful and happy that on-passive is coming to PNG, and it will save us. Otherwise, poverty will eradicate us here in PNG. Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to explain that. Very important concept. All right, we go now to our leader in PNG, Veronica Wayang. Good to have you here, Veronica.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi.
Good afternoon from PNG anyway. Good night to everyone else around the world. Thank you to our All Pro tech team, to Marty, and to all the other founder family from across the world who are here with us today, and to our PNG founders, for the new ones who are here. My name is Veronica Wayang. I'm one of the two remaining Leadership Council members in PNG with David Bakau. On passive being in a league of its own. We were in a league of our own right from the start. When Ash Mufara started this company, he had this concept, this vision that he wanted to start an online marketing company that would have its business automated. We've all been in network marketing companies. We've been in various MLMs, and we know how hard it is to do an MLM business. When Ash Mufari came on, he wanted to introduce an automated system where everything was all done for you. So the idea was that anyone you brought in to this company, they would travel with you the entire journey for as long as the company was in existence. The fact that he wanted this to benefit everyone from day one, to me, that OnPassive was already in a league of its own. I joined OnPassive in April of 2020. And I attended one of the webinars, I think it was in June in 2020, when Ash said we would reinvent everything that you know about the internet. And I thought, I still keep going back to that. And he said, really? That was a very bold statement when I looked at people like, companies like Microsoft, Facebook, Amazon. And I listened to Ash say that and I thought, wow, this is a bold statement and he's so determined to do it. And there's a saying that only people who are crazy, they're the ones who go on ahead and they change the world. They bring about change. So when that day when Ash said that, he bought me. I was sold out. Towards the end of that year, Ash then came on and said he wanted to make 1 million. He wanted to raise 1 million Mother Teresas in OnPassive. Oops. We all know Mother Teresa and her legacy and what she did for the poor in Calcutta. We have a man here who is prepared to share the revenue from the business that he's generating, mind you. He's paying it all. And he's attracted people who are like him because of his heart and his compassion. He has attracted brilliant minds around the world, people with their own unique gifts, their own talents, their own experience. They've come in, they're attracted by who Ash is. It's like a force, it's like a magnet. It's attracting all these people, all this intellectual capital, all this everything to do with internet and even new things. Now we're going into new physical products. There's a whole lot. Ash is a gigantic magnet, and OnPassive is a juggernaut. We're in a great company. It's truly we are in a league of our own, even as founders. There's no other company that's going to give us an opportunity like this, who's going to give us the revenue, and then the CEO comes and says, now go and do what I've done to you and do what you can to impact your own community, your own environment, the people that are within your reach. I am so grateful. I am privileged to be a founder in OnPassive. It's a real honor to be part of this company. And look at what we've got. We've got 1.4 million founders all around the world. This is a startup company. The company hasn't even gone out to do business yet. And already we've got a base of 1.4 million founders who are going to be customers. Many are going to be resellers. The way the dynamics of this business is set up, the way as time has progressed, he's evolved, and OnPassive has evolved. We start off as an online marketing company. We're now a technology company, and we're even more than that. It's just amazing how OnPassive has evolved, and for those of us who have been part of this journey, we have changed too. Ash has impacted so many lives, even before we take off from the starter line. So I'm OnPassive in a league of its own. The technical side of it, the products, I'm sure when the technical team get together and they talk about it, I'm sure they would go on and on and on. But for us, it's just enough knowing that we are part of this great company and we've been given an opportunity to make an impact and be influenced in our own environment as well. Yeah, a big thank you to Ash Mufara, the Mufara family, and look at the leadership of this business. I mean, how the founders have rallied, and we go from one country to the next, to the next, to the next, and now we help each other to help explain the business. Who does that? Who does that? I mean, I've only seen this happen in On Passive. We've come to know you and Marty and John Barilla, John Kutkas from Australia, Narelle, Julie. We're like one big family, you know. Papua New Guinea can say, oh, yeah, you know, this is my friend, this is my friend. We can literally walk into any other country in the world right now and call up a founder somewhere there in any of the countries and say, I'm here, you know, and meet up with founders. I mean, this is the privilege. We're in a league of our own. We're not competing with anyone. Ash just made this business accessible to those who are in the top end market and those who are at our end, like us, grassroots, those who don't know anything about online business. He's made it accessible to all of us. So he's appealing to the low end market, as they say, so that millions and millions of us can come in. It's just, and the whole concept, the dynamics of this business. I mean, the icing on the cake is that, you know, they say there the disruptive technology and AI is the top, and we're it. We've got our own AI, and that's just amazing. We're really in a league of our own. And thanks to Ash and thanks to, well, we believed him, so here we are. And we stand to be blessed. PNG will be radically changed and blessed. We, in our society, you know, we share what we have. We have this one-talk system where you can just walk into another relative or a tribesman's house and expect to be given a plate of food and drop in and have a cup of tea without notice. Yeah, many of our founders will be able to do a lot more than that and still have leftover. That cup will overflow. Definitely. Thank you. Thank you to our team, OTEC Pro team, for explaining all the different aspects of how OnPassive is in a league of its own. Really appreciated that. Thank you, Lynn, for giving me the space to speak. Thank you. And good evening to everyone and good night to you.
Thanks, Veronica. All right, we'll have our final speaker now, who is Moses Guntu, and then we're going to wrap up. So you can go ahead and unmute Moses.
Thank you, Lynn. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, okay. Actually, I don't want to make any comment or ask any questions, but I just want to make an appeal to all of our founders here. All right. If they want to come on and ask questions, they can do so, but to make a reputation or to add on to any interpretation that everybody said, that is time consuming. So we only have 2 hours. So whatever has been explained about the topic, I think we all understand what has been said. So try to avoid repetition as much as possible, so we can at least take much questions as possible. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you. All right. We have next Martina. Hi, Mark.
Hello, Lynn. Sorry to take your time. I believe it's must be going to 2 a.m. there at your side. I think we need to let you to go to rest. I believe there's another seminar coming up at 10 a.m. at your side. Is that true? Another webinar, I mean. I don't know, but I saw some posting. Yeah, maybe in the daytime or.
In about
later you can.
12 hours, there's a another webinar, a heroes webinar this afternoon, but I don't, oh wait, this morning,
Okay.
yeah. OTEC
Yeah.
Pros, what am I thinking?
So we
OTEC Pros, it's gonna be in 8 hours, the OTEC
yeah. So
Pros
we
webinar.
need to let you go to rest. I just talked about that. Anyway, thank you all for being here, all the leaders, all the OPEC pros, and our leader, David Bakau, and leaders of Papua New Guinea and all the PNC. I have no question, but I just want to show something. Can I share my screen? I'll just show something just to end the session tonight. Because I mean, can I share my screen? It's not a question, it's not something, but I'll just show something just to make people happy that, you know, we are like, we cannot be bedrock at the side of the river. We have to, you know, go with the current. So I just want to show something. So I'll share my screen. You'll see my screen?
Yes, we do.
I saw a post in chat, and I saw somebody by the name of Ralph in Bahamas. And I laughed, it clicked my mind, and I said, oh, there's a guy who breaks the internet before, you know. And then I thought of this movie. I said, oh, I watched that movie, and I said, anyway, that's cartoon. But the reality is, you know, Ash Mufara is gonna break the internet. And, you know, from going, I'm one of the last founder who came in June 2020. And I said, you know, I'm the last founder, but, you know, I saw his vision, you know. First, you know, I was thinking of the money and all the, you know, I was a bit skeptical, but when I came and listened to the webinars, and I said, no, this guy, you know, half of his time in videos, you know, he doesn't talk much about the company and the technical side of things. He's always like talking about, you know, his vision and the ethics, you know. So I said, this guy is gonna break the internet, and if he breaks the internet, like we founders, we have to carry his vision. That's what I see. Anyway, that's all from me. Thank you very much.
That's lovely. You can stop sharing. Click the stop share button. Should be a red.
Should be a stop share.
There we go.
Okay.
That
Thank
was
you.
nice. That was lovely. Thank you for sharing that with us. Yes, indeed. Ash Mufara is going to break records, I would say, in a sense, right? In terms of what has been accomplished by an IT company. So it's pretty exciting where we are headed. Very, very excited. Thanks for sharing that. All right. So looks like we got to everyone who had a question or comment. That is wonderful. We've been here a little bit more than 2 hours. Thank you to our international community showing support the whole 2 hours. People didn't leave, people stayed. You know, I watched the numbers and people stayed. So that means you are gaining from this session. So at this time, I wanted to tell you, David Bakau has been trying to come back into the webinar. He keeps getting booted out. So I said, don't worry, we're ready to wrap up anyway, but just know that he was trying to come back in. The internet was really bad for him today. I want to thank Marty. Marty had to leave early tonight, but he was here with his in spirit, you know, and he opened up this webinar for us. And he's taken the time to teach me how to live stream. So now I can at least be of help to him. So whenever he's not available, I can at least pinch it for him. So that's a good thing, because you know Marty does a lot of work for all of us. I want to thank David Bakau, who is the host of this webinar. Thank you for doing that. Thank you to our interpreters. We had William Tondapan as well as David Bakau helping in interpreting. Thank you to our OTEC pros, Collins, Vincent, and Oliver, who presented today. Thank you to June Buckingham. She is the one that created our graphics. Did you guys enjoy the Zoom background here? It has really rich colors. Isn't it beautiful? Yes, so thank you, June. She would have loved to be here, but she had to work. But I took a screenshot so I can show her how pretty it looks. And thank you to our chat monitors. We had John Barilla and Listra Tuak, who helped us keep that chat going strong and to be appropriate. We appreciate you both. Thank you also to the people who promote this webinar. Maybe you are not evident to everyone. I mean, it's something you do quietly, but it is appreciated because if we don't spread the word, nobody's going to come to this webinar, right? So every little bit helps. So we appreciate those who post in social media, those who tell their friends and family to come. This is really an important feature that we need to keep going. Promotion is important. All right, and I would like to remind you about some webinars coming up over the next couple of days. So today is Sunday. We have the OTech Pros. They used to meet on Saturdays at 11, and we just decided we're going to have it on Sunday at 10 a.m. So we'll go from about 10 a.m. to about 11:30 a.m. It is an interactive session. We have a Q&A feature in the webinar. So if you want to ask questions or make comments, you may do so through the Q&A button. So it's going to be interactive, and I think it's going to be fun for you. So please join us. I'm going to post the link in the back office after this webinar ends. We also have the Heroes webinar, which is every Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. And this is a public webinar. We have usually Red Redfern, and he's going to be here to give an update about what's happening within the company. And Mr. Red Redfern is the best. You know, we call him Mr. Q&A. So he's going to be with us. Marty will come in if he can. It's family day for him, but he tries his best to come in. And then we have Andy Burks, who will be giving his perspective about sales. And then we'll have questions from our moderators, and we'll cover a lot of ground. So please join us, and we will be posting the link to that webinar in the back office as well, and also on social media. So at this time, we want to thank everyone, especially the attendees, who without you, we wouldn't have a P&G webinar, right? So at this time, I'm going to unmute everybody, and we'll be on the gallery view, and everybody can say goodbye to one another until Sunday, until next Sunday. Join us again. Go ahead, enjoy the goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Thank you,
Good
Lynn.
afternoon. Good morning.
Bangladesh.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Marty.
Tina, bye, Tina.
Thank you,
Papua New
David.
Guinea.
Thank you, David.
Bye.
Everyone in
Thank you,
PNG.
John Barilla.
Ah, that's a beautiful daughter you have there. Mwah. Hello.
Oliver.
Just my last
Night,
The
everyone. Good
name.
morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon.
Good morning. Good
Afternoon
night.
from PNG.
Bye. Good afternoon. Have a great
Good
day, everyone.
afternoon.
Bye to all.
Sunday.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye to Oliver, Vincent, and Collins. Have a
Oh,
beautiful night
great.
to all.
PNG, great.
Thank you, Veronica,
Hi,
Sister Runa,
Collins. Hi,
Mary.
Oliver.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Where's
Vincent.
Brother
Hi,
Collins?
Oliver.
Good
Bye,
night. I love
Good
you.
Daniel.
afternoon, Tina. See you.
Hi,
Thank
Brother
you.
Collins.
Love you
My
all.
brothers and
And
sisters around
Barilla.
the world. Love you all.
Thank you,
Vincent.
everybody. Can you hear
Thank you,
me?
Oliver.
Love you,
Thank you,
lady.
Colin.
Young, lovely young
Sister Tina.
lady.
Thank
Great.
you, Jean
Sister
Oliver. Thank
Elizabeth.
you, Richard
Bye.
Lamont. Thank you.
Sister
Lovely to see
Jane.
you.
Sister Elizabeth.
Bye, PNG. Bye,
Thank
bye.
you,
Everyone,
Lynn.
nice to meet
Thank
you
you. Thank
before.
you.
Sister
Thank you
Rona.
all.
All
As
the
always.
presenters.
Miriam, have a
To
good day,
Benny.
Beta.
Thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can you plan?
Thank
Robert.
you,
Yes.
everyone.
Listen. Have a good
Hi,
night.
Tina.
Good night, Mark and his little
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Bridget.
Good
You're
night.
welcome.
Brother
Thank you, Frank
Richard.
Amponsa.
Hi, Dr. Benny. Love you, Dr. Benny.
Namaste,
Morning. Good
India.
afternoon,
And
everyone.
everybody.
Yes,
Sister
Dr.
Jenny.
Benny. We love
Anupa.
you.
Brother John Barilla.
Thank you,
Bye,
Casey.
John Barilla.
Thank you,
Little
Saint.
freedom.
Brother Robert.
Thank you, Brian.
Hi, Colin.
Hey, Bristol Mighty.
Veronica!
Hi, thank you so much,
Oh my God,
everyone.
that's what I say
Hi,
all
Richard.
night.
Richard, come on.
Elizabeth!
Thank you.
Hi, Tina.
Singapore here. Lovely PNG. See you soon.
I love
Love
you.
you all.
Hi, Tina!
Thank you, Martin. Good night.
Hi, Richard.
Love
Hi,
you all.
David.
Love
Tell
you
nobody
all.
wants to go.
Yep.
Abin
See you, John,
Thank you so
Lystra.
much.
Thank you,
Have a good
Loretta.
night
Go
sleep.
PNG.
Thank you,
Joan.
Sylvia.
Thank you,
Thank
Sister Gladys.
Afternoon, Elizabeth.
Hey,
Thank you.
hi.
Afternoon, Moses. Thank you.
PNG.
See you,
And
Elizabeth.
Bennett.
Good, David Marco.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Welcome.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Viola.
Thank you.
Hi, Resident
Thank you,
Ken.
everyone.
Veronica.
Yes,
Thank you,
Martin.
Veronica.
John!
John.
Thank you, team. Have a great day, one.
Bye, Brother
Have a
Mark.
great one, team.
You're poking
Bye,
my eye.
Tina.
We see you in Singapore.
Thank you, Dr. Benny.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
Marty.
much. I
Thank
love you guys.
David.
Brazil,
Thank
bonsoir.
Thank you,
Collins,
Bridget.
Oliver, everyone.
Cosmos Bay, here I
Thank you,
come.
Lynn.
Yes, Tina, we will see you in Singapore.
Yes, we will.
Absolutely.
I
We are
love
coming to
Singapore. I'll come
Singapore.
there.
Oh, I
Yes.
love Singapore.
Well, come on over. Come on over.
Yes, I'll come.
Oh,
I'll
definitely,
come, Tina.
definitely. Will.
I'm going over to Port Moresby too.
Really? When?
Oh, okay. Let us know.
My bucket
Let us
list.
know.
Yes, I will, Elizabeth. Definitely. We'll see you soon. Hugs and kisses to everyone in PNG.
Okay, all right.
Hey, young man.
Let us know.
Boy.
Well, definitely. Richard,
Hi,
hugs and
David.
kisses.
Oh, Moses.
Hello,
Hi,
David.
Annie.
hello.
Hey.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Hi, David. We
Thank you,
need some
John
hugs
Barla. Thank
from
you.
you.
Love you all. I'll see you soon. See you. Good night,
Thank you,
everyone.
Lynn.
Good night, good
Bye bye.
afternoon. Good night.
Oh,
Gotta go soon. Bye. Bye.
Someone's still
Say it,
dancing.
David.
Looks like nobody wants to
Good
go.
night, David. We love you.
Looks like nobody wants to go.
Yeah, we
Go,
love
guys.
you too,
Richard,
David.
we love you too.
We're all
Richard.
staying because we love each
Avinun
other.
may vlog at Elizabeth. Avinun.
We're
Marvin
family.
on,
We're just
Marvin
hanging
on.
out. It's awesome.
Thank you, Lynn. Love you, Lynn.
Love you.
Oh, Marvin.
Thank you, Stan.
Oh, Richard.
Thank you.
Right.
Love everybody.
See you at midnight, Lynn.
Thank you, Casey. Ooh.
Yes,
Kapun
onte sa
ka.
tuwan pa company. I'm good to phone now. Oh, hello,
No.
sister. Oh, like him. I've been in you too.
And nobody want to
Look,
leave
people Tuesday.
from Papua New Guinea.
Yes.
Next time, come, Elia.
Yeah, we'd love to go to Singapore and Thailand. That's for sure.
Oh.
Dr. Benny, I'm planning to visit you one day.
Really? Oh, I will be
Yes.
thrilled to. I'm going to be very happy. I'm going to receive you as my sister.
You called me a queen, so I have to come as a queen
my
to
queen.
visit you.
Certainly, my queen. Queen Elizabeth. Correct.
That's right.
Coming to America.
Yes.
Oh yeah, why not?
It's like the movie going to America. Going to America. Yeah.
From Africa, they went to America.
No problem.
Yeah, well, these are the prince and princess of Papua New Guinea going to America. We will come to America.
Don't worry. You'll be well taken care of. It's okay.
Yeah, you just said that more video.
Oh yeah.
Tell Marty we'll all come
Thank
to the
you.
living room.
Yeah, that would be nice. I think we'll charter a plane, so we all travel together. We go from state to state and go and see
Yes.
Ashmufara down in
Why
Florida.
not, Vero?
Go to Orlando. Yeah. I think we'll charter a New Guinea and go over there.
We'll crash into Marty's living room.
Sounds great.
Yeah, we can have a big barbecue in his backyard.
Well, I propose we should have a second session since nobody
Family,
wants to leave.
nice, really nice to have been with you guys around the world. Love you all.
Love you, Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Love you
No,
too,
Tina no
Thank-
Mr.
kami.
Benny.
Thank you,
Tina
Robert, from
company.
Australia. Thank you.
Tina company.
Might get together.
Okay. Black, talk about the Black.
They're inviting goodbye. We're gonna say
Tina
bye.
company.
Okay, bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Bye.
Doctor.
Bye. We are coming to Papua New Guinea.